Hello YouTube, Tim here, and I've just got a package from the FedEx man. This is from Mr. Ruben Chavez out in California, and while they may be experiencing some frost, we're experiencing a bit more than that. So the FedEx man had to work pretty hard to get it here, even just up the driveway, which was covered in ice. I had to salt that. So the bow arrived, and this is what we got. There's something that you can't see from your perspective that's really, really awesome, and I can't wait to open this up to show you guys. I read the letter that it was included, and it sort of describes how to unbox this, and you'll see in a second why that was necessary. He wrote a cut line on here, so I'm going to just go right ahead and do exactly that. I'm going to cut right along the line. Okay. Even that's a good idea. I mean, he's giving a sort of a hint as to how to open the box, because it's very well put together. This is a really good box, good idea, good design, everything about it. And here we go. Okay. So there's the cool part. The bow is actually semi-braced, or at least braced just enough by being zip-tied to a pine board. That is just, to me, blows my mind. I've been thinking about ways to do stuff like this, but something so simple and clean and beautiful just never occurred to me. That is awesome. Mr. Ruben, Mr. Chavez, I take my hat off to you. I doff my cap. That is just brilliant. So let me get this out of the box, and then we can work on actually taking it off the board. Because that's the challenging part, since it's under a little bit of tension. Okay. There's a few other small things in there that he described. There's a bowstring for it, some string silencers he says his wife made, which is very cool. Since I've actually never even seen a string silencer up close and personal. That's kind of neat. And something else, which I don't know what it is yet. Looks like a Nintendo cartridge. Okay. I really like that, stapling the cardboard to the pine. Again, simple. It worked. I clearly don't have enough experience in making packaging. I've been making do with triangular shipping tubes, and they do a really good job, but on the whole it's still pretty hard to use, especially if the bows are recurved or shaped kind of unusually. Yeah, that does appear to be a Mario Brothers Duck Hunt Nintendo game. I think I have a Nintendo around so I can see if it actually works. I'll have to give that a shot. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen one of these in years. Wow. That's awesome. Super cool. I think I might have mentioned something about this when I showed the Nintendo home theater PC that I made, the game machine. Okay. That is good enough for me to start. Let's just flip this around, and since it is under tension, I'm going to be grabbing and holding it down as I cut the zip tie with, hopefully, this little cutter here. We'll see if that works. If it doesn't, then I will try and use the actual blade. Yeah, let's use the blade. And I got to be careful because there is the string there. There you go. And so now, actually, that limb should be under next to no tension. is. This is Ruben's crab bow. Actually very cool with the corduroy handle. I like fabrics, and that's something I want to do a lot more with. Let me set this aside. Perfect. I'm glad that sits right there. He shows us 45 pounds at 30 inches with a 59-inch string. And there it is. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's rather flattened. No wonder it draws so far so beautifully. That's great. With these very cool carved PVC. See this? This was out of, if you haven't seen him, he shared it on the PVC archery and crafting community. Very, very large diameter PVC pipe solid wall. So he just cut strips off the wall and he's carving them basically into whatever shape he needs. So it's a solid chunk of PVC. That's pretty cool. So the bow is genuinely all PVC. Let's see if we can take this off. There should be a rubber band holding the string on one end. Okay. Oops. And the rubber band on the other end. So let's see, what exactly are these little guys? Again, since I have no idea, I mean, I get the idea of a string silencer. You're trying to add mass at presumably at a harmonic point on the bowstring to make it quieter. That makes good sense. But I have no idea how to attach them. I'll have to do some reading. I see a little bit of excess string over here, so presumably that's for tying it on. I can guess that. Like I say, I'm very, very new to a lot of things about archery. But that looks cool, and here is the string itself. Oh, it's actually on the, it's strung, so to speak. It was, with the rubber bands, it was actually on both nocks. That makes it very cool, very good. It's a great way to secure it. Typically when I'm shipping bows, what I do is I put my strings either I wrap them in saran wrap and tape them to the handle, or I put them in a Ziploc bag if I have enough Ziploc bags, and I, again, tape it to the handle. Okay, so I was cautioned that on one limb there was a small crack. Let me see. It says, mindful of a crack at one end of a limb. So let's just take a little look and see if we can find that. I don't see anything on this limb. And preliminary inspection does not show anything on this limb. I don't know. Maybe it was over there. There was a little line, but it didn't look like a crack to me. Anyway, cool. I like the way the string bridges are built out of, looks like 1/2 inch Schedule 40 PVC. And he's used a larger diameter piece of PVC, presumably to brace it, give this something to hold on to. Again, nice. So there's the bow. On the whole, it looks like it has about, wow, that's almost 10 inches of reflex. So shall we give it a try and string it? Okay, I'm going to move this table over a bit. And let's give it a little go. I think we can accomplish this. Oh, the string itself was kind of cool. He said this was something that I've been wanting to try, made out of fishing line. I think you can get different kinds of braided fishing line, such as Spectra, the same sorts of things they're making bowstrings out of. So let's go ahead and try it. And the serving is incredibly fine. Very, very fine. He said it was an upholstery string. Okay. Yep, so far so good. That feels good, actually. It doesn't feel very super tense. Now, some people online have cautioned me to not use the step-through method. I think that's a bit odd that people would have that criticism, as long as you're maintaining equal pressure, meaning that most of your pressure should be borne at the hip where you're leaning into the bow. Then you won't have any problems. And if you do, yes, it is possible to have one limb slightly more bent. A good way to fix it is brace it and then flex that limb like so, or flex the other limb like so. But there it is. There's Ruben's strung crab bow, he calls it, the Persian style bow. Beautiful. Really nice, really large, definitely cool. See if I can stay on camera and draw it a little bit. Interesting. Nifty bow. This is going to be cool. As soon as the weather improves just marginally, I will go outside and I will shoot it. Mr. Chavez, thank you so much, Ruben. You're a wonderful member of the community, and this is really neat. I hope you enjoyed the bow I sent you. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Very cool construction. You've done so many interesting things that are different than I would have done, and I love seeing things that other people do, because there's always so much we can learn from each other. So thanks for teaching me an awful lot and giving me some great ideas for packaging. Take it easy, guys.